Daddy eats lost. Daddy eats lost. Daddy eats lost. Munch, munch, munch.
Hello and welcome to Daddy Eats Last, where we discuss the challenges of being a man in modern society and whatever the hell that even means. I'm Kane and I'm flying solo this evening, and the reason I'm flying solo is because I'm recording this during the day because I'm not sure I could stay up and do our normal recording of Daddy Eats Last, which we do on a Sunday evening. And the reason being is because an illness has swept through our household. It hasn't affected me yet, but both my little fella and my partner have been knocked over by it. The little fella on Friday morning, got him up, got him ready for kinder as normal. He's all brushed his teeth, he had his uniform on, he's ready to go. He coughed a couple of times, and I just thought, comfortable sending him when he's coughed a little bit, and that was a really good decision because it kind of it got worse during Friday, and it's got worse over Saturday and today being Sunday. And he's pretty full up with a cold or bronchitis. It's sort of a fruity sort of cough, and he's quite chesty and quite phlegmy. So that was on Friday morning. So it was really a split-second decision or a split-minute decision at 8:10 when we usually leave at 8:15 for him to stay home. And then throughout the day, my partner, she kind of developed some symptoms as well. On Thursday, she was feeling a bit under. She had a gland, and she sat down or lay down and watched 3 episodes of Emily in Paris in the middle of the day. She just wasn't feeling quite right. Unusual behaviour. I don't know anyone who kind of lays down and watches 3 episodes of something on Netflix in the middle of the day on a weekday, but that's what she was doing. And obviously, she wasn't feeling very well when it developed. And I guess maybe on Friday morning, mid-Friday morning, she started feeling poorly as well. Luckily, it's not COVID-19. She's been tested. It's negative, so therefore the little fellow would be negative also. So they're both negative to COVID-19, but they have a cold, and that means that I'm left with the burden or carrying the load, as Maddie called it when I said that I was going to record myself this evening or this afternoon, carrying the load of the household, which is fine. It's not that much of an issue. It's cooking, it's washing, it's wiping the snotty noses, it's ferrying food up to the hallway to where my wife's located, and then back, and then water, and then back, and then tea, and then back, and then vitamins, and back, and medicine, and then back, and then to the little fella, and then back, and her, and then back, and the little fella, and back. It just feels like I've been constantly on my feet for the best part of 3 days. It's exhausting, 7 till 7. And that's all I can do. I have no bandwidth to do any more than that. I'm not Superman. I can only carry the load of the household. I have no bandwidth to consider anything else, albeit I try to squeeze a little bit of work in just to keep things ticking along where I can. But I have no bandwidth outside of carrying the load of the household. I can't worry about what we're doing next weekend. I can't worry about the school holidays coming up and what we're going to do then. I just don't have the capacity to worry about that now. I need that time to recharge during the day, for those slivers of time that I have that time, or at the end of the day or at the start of the day before things really kick off and the ferrying and the carrying of the load begins. And that's all okay. The thing is, this is like the 3rd time since the start of December that I've been carrying the load. It happened in December. My wife and little fella got sick. My wife had an operation in December, and now. So it's not that much of an issue. It's just the lack of bandwidth to do anything else. Just needs a level of understanding that, well, if someone's carrying the load, that's really all we can do. We're just getting by day by day. It's been 4 days now. It'll probably be another 2 or 3 before people are back on the mend or back towards being themselves. And I guess the issue is the little fella, while he's sick, he's acting pretty normal, and he wants to do X and he wants to do Y, and he can't. And I don't have the bandwidth or the probably the mental capacity at the moment just to sit down and do some Lego with him. Also, probably don't want to catch his bugs by playing with his Lego. So it's just all those things which add and then add and then add and then ferrying things around. It's just exhausting. So that's all for tonight on Daddy Eats Last. I'm sure there's other people out there who are going through much worse than this. I'm sure there's people out there who are going through exactly this at the moment because gastro's going around and the cold's going around, and there's been a couple of COVID cases around Australia. So I won't say that's going around yet, and long may it not go around ever again. But I know I'm not alone. But that doesn't make it any easier on a day-by-day basis, just getting through when you're exhausted by 7 p.m. That is all for Daddy Eats Last. Do subscribe to Daddy Eats Last on iTunes if you haven't done already. And while you're there, please leave a review. I'll be back next week with batteries recharged. I'm sure next weekend it'll just be all systems go. Let's go do this. Let's go and do that. Let's go and do this. Let's go and do that. And I might just want to just sit down and have a Bex and lay down. But I'll be back next week on Daddy Eats Last. Until then, stay safe, stay well, and catch you then.
Bye bye. Bye bye.